All right. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of our friends across the globe here on Gonzaga's campus. This is the fall information session for elections. My name's Henry.
My name is Gifty.
We're super, super excited about everyone that is interested in these fall election positions. We're really excited for this fall information session, so let's get into it here.
So first of all, GSBA stands for the Gonzaga Student Body Association. GSBA is the main branch of student body that kind of relates to all the students here on campus. We make sure that everything that's said and done in all of our dorms and any community is done to the best possible abilities we can. So GSBA is kind of the branch that oversees a lot of these things. So you might be wondering why I run for GSBA. First of all, you advocate for fellow Zags. As I mentioned earlier, a lot of the people in GSBA are people that love to communicate, love to get their voices heard, and love to make sure that opinions are always brought to the table and that everyone can make sure that they are heard. Next, you're a catalyst for change. As we'll see in some future slides, GSBA is an organization that makes sure that whatever students want to see change is being done. So that is something you can do in GSBA. You can make sure that your actions result in tangible results. Last but not least, personal and professional development. So whether or not you want to increase your public speaking skills, your networking abilities, or anything else in the professional realm, through GSBA, you get all those experiences in one.
So for those of you that are brand new to campus, our wonderful freshmen here, you're probably wondering, what really does GSBA do for campus? I mean, it's not your average ASB that you had in high school that, plans some fun events like that. But really, truly, it's all about creating change. So some examples of this right here, changing up the mission statement, creating a lot of great grants and scholarships for certain groups on campus is one thing that we really pride ourselves on. And then club funding and approval is something that we also pride ourselves in here as well at GSBA.
So looking at the open positions available this fall. So just as a kind of a heads up before we get into these positions, elections in the fall is something that occurs very early. So anyone viewing this video, please get on top of these directions and things right away because we want to see success for you. So some of the open positions: Speaker of the Senate, freshman representative, 3 freshman senators, 1 TV RAS senator, and then 1 international senator. These are amazing positions, and we'll go into detail about what kind of all of these positions mean and how they can apply to what your goals might be. So first of all, Speaker of the Senate. This is a position that is extremely well connected throughout GSBA. Excuse me. So the Speaker of the Senate, first of all, you have to have served in Senate prior to running for this position. So for any of our first-year students, this unfortunately will not be an opportunity for you because you have not had the chance to serve in Senate. So, which is another reason why you should try getting into Senate so you can in the future, maybe run for this position. This position is involved with exec staff and the Senate because you're in charge of the Senate meetings. So you run the Senate meetings. The time commitment is about 11 to 15 hours a week, but that's because you're doing a lot of cool work. You're involved in a lot of the committees, making sure that the State of the Union, the State of the University address is done properly. Done to the best way it can be. And then also just making sure that everything that goes on in Senate is done well. You're kind of in charge of this entire body of GSBA and making sure that all those events run smoothly.
So the next thing that we have for you guys is the class representative position. So for the freshmen coming into campus, I think a really great opportunity is being presented to you all. Not only for the class representative position, but also for the freshman senator positions. Right now, we're kind of in an unprecedented time with COVID-19 pandemic and being in hybrid classes, but we do have the awesome ability to be on a campus that is hybrid at the moment. Class representative is just a great way for you to get involved in campus very, very fast. You're basically serving as the main point of contact between your class and the rest of GSBA. While the senators do help you with this a lot, you really are the main point of contact for any freshmen that are reaching out for the most part. So you do have a little bit higher of a time commitment as well. 4 to 8 hours a week. It just kind of depends on what's going on that week. You do send weekly email updates. I'm sure that you've all been getting your emails from Taylor Sipla, who's our vice president, who's been serving as your guys' freshman class representative at the moment until one of you wonderful people gets elected here. But in addition to this, you're going to plan 3 events throughout the course of the semester as well. You're going to have an educational event, an entertainment-based event, and then a service-based event. Really, I mean, this is up to you because you're going to be serving as the voice of your class. So it's really important that you are staying connected and, you know, being able to be a voice and a person that people in your class can go to. In addition to that as well, yeah, just sending the weekly email updates. And then you're also going to lead your class cabinet. So you'll be meeting with 3 senators that get elected as well. And you will all be trying to plan some events and get those all together. Yeah.
So, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, Speaker of the Senate is in charge of the Senate ongoing occurrences and all discussions and everything that goes on. But specifically, Senate commitments are as follows: weekly meetings, meetings with the deans, committee meetings, and then some outside work. Specifically for the open positions, Henry will describe what the responsibilities are, and he will explain exactly what you will be doing in the open roles.
Yeah, so on our next slide, we'll end up talking a little bit about these committees that you will get placed into, and then you will be placed into those by Speaker of the Senate as well. So just some really basic information for you guys. So that transfer veteran or returning adult student, you can be any one of those classes to fill this position. The only thing that we have a requirement for, though, is for those of you that don't know, a returning adult student is over the age of 25. Now, as far as class senators, you guys will meet once a month with your class representatives, just like I talked about in the last slide when we were talking about class representatives. And then you're going to help plan events for that as well, which is super, super fun for your class. And in addition to this, the international senator, a really, really cool position. So basically, you have to be an international student to be filled by that. Basically, a student coming from outside of the United States. This international senator, you are going to become a permanent member of the Cultural Student Union, ISU, if you ever heard of it before, around campus. And then you're going to be maintaining meetings twice a month with an officer of the club. And then in addition to this as well, you'll be meeting with the GSBA Director of Diversity and Inclusion, which I believe is Haley. Really wonderful, sweet gal. And you're going to be meeting with her twice a month as well, just to talk about inclusion on campus, which is super, super fun. And then just some other basic senator information as well. These terms are for the full academic year, so you will be, if you get elected here in the fall, you will be still serving in the spring as well. Basically, another thing too that you kind of wonder about within these committees is you basically have the ability to establish or dissolve these student senate committees as well, depending on what you feel the campus needs as well. So your voice really is actively heard throughout this whole process, and it's not just a position that you hold just for a title.
So in the last slide, we mentioned a little bit about the academic committee. Here are the 4 other committees. There are 5 total. They are as follows: finance, governance, student development, health and safety. And each of these follows, as the blurb mentions, kind of their theme and what they want to do on campus for that semester, that year. But as Henry just mentioned, depending on what GU needs and what the committees think that is best, you can create or dissolve any of these committees to fit the student body best.
And then in addition to this as well, in your Senate meetings, you will be kind of presenting things in these committees as well to the entire Senate. So not only are you representing what your specific senator role might come into play with, but also you're coming from the perspective of these committees as well. All right, so let's talk about this elections timeline here. So like Gifty mentioned earlier, this is a really, really quick turnaround because it's September and it's elections, and I know it's a little bit stressful, but the filing packets are going to be due September 16th. And just give me 1 second and we're going to go over where you can find the filing packet, how to fill that out, and all the information that you're going to need. Your mandatory meetings. So once you fill out these packets, you will have to attend one of these mandatory meetings. So on September 16th, we have a session at noon and a session at 5 p.m. If you cannot make these, please email us as soon as possible. We have another slide here with all of our contact information on it that you guys can reach out to us about. But these mandatory meetings are super, super crucial for your process here. Then campaigning and voting, that begins September 22nd at 10 a.m. So it's really important for you guys to really advertise yourself and get out there. And I know it's hard right now because you know we're all virtual, but reaching out to your friends and peers and being like, hey, you should come out and vote, because I think it's very, very important for people's voices to be represented in a good way. And then the results will be posted at 5 p.m. on September 29th, so the following Tuesday, which is going to be super exciting. So real quick, let me just walk you guys through this process on where to find all this information. Well, this is our contact slide. Give me 1 second here. We will come back to that in just a second. So first and foremost, GSBA, Zagtivities is where we use all of our and store all of our information. So it's really important that you guys are kind of familiar with this. So mine might look a little bit different from yours, just because of the organizations that I'm involved in. But basically you're going to come into this little search bar, you're going to type GSBA, and then you will be able to find Gonzaga Student Body Association. You're going to click on this one first to find your filing packet. And basically, essentially what you're going to do is you're going to come down here to the forms. You're going to click on 2020 GSBA fall elections. You're going to click on this. I already started this, so yours is going to look a little bit different, but basically it's going to open up for you guys some elections information. This just kind of shows you about qualifications and everything that you need to know. We've really talked about a lot of this as well already in this presentation, but these are all the positions that are available. Sorry, let me move this up. And then this is essentially what it's going to look like for you. You're just going to put your name, your ZAG mail, GUID, what position you're seeking, and then your year in school, freshman or senior, freshman through senior. And then you're going to click these two little authorizations, and then that will be turned into us. And then basically what you guys are going to do from that point on, you've submitted your filing packet, which is awesome. Now what you're going to be doing is you're going to be basically all of our information is going to be based out of our GSBA elections page on Zagtivities as well. So you're going to come over, you're going to type in GSBA again. GSBA elections should be right there. You're going to click on this. We are still working on putting some information in, but by the time this video is posted, hopefully everything will be up and ready for you guys. So it's going to be right in here. We've got a little discussion board down here as well. If you have questions, go ahead and feel free to utilize this discussion post as well. But we'll have all of our forms in here. Basically, the forms that are going to be in there is you're going to have your info packet, which is going to look like this right here. I'll just go over this super briefly. You guys are more than welcome to ask us questions about this. We've got the mission statement, a little blurb about each position that's available if you guys need that. Your elections timeline talks about the mandatory meeting there as well. Your filing requirements. There is a deposit. We'll have a CashNet link up. This money will be refunded to you. This is just for us. If you break any elections code, elections code will also be up there, and I highly encourage you to look through that. We'll talk about that a little bit more at the mandatory meeting on Wednesday as well. This is your expenditure form. We will also talk about this at the mandatory meeting a little bit more in depth. And then the last thing that's going to be on this packet, but it isn't right now, is going to be your signature sheet. So your signature sheet is something that you need 20 of your peers to kind of fill out and sign, and this will also be a part of that information packet. Get these 20 signatures. This is super crucial for you guys to make sure that we're going to have voter turnout as well. this is a requirement that you guys have 20 signatures filled out, and I understand that it's a little bit difficult right now, given the virtual atmosphere. But it's going to be, it's a requirement and it has to be done, unfortunately. Let me drag this back over. Let me present this. All right. So pretty much that's the session for us here. We pretty much always we're always in office or in Zoom office hours, which the link will be posted below in this video in the comments or the description of this video to our office hours. We are always available via email. The GSBA Elections Zagno, Gifty and I both share this email. One of us will respond to you for sure. We both have the Outlook app on our computers and check it very, very frequently. Other than that, though, we are available pretty much every Monday and Friday from 9 to noon. Just shoot us an email. Sometimes we're in office, sometimes we're not. Hemmingson 304 is where the GSBA office is. Just shoot us an email if you're going to stop by, though. It's very helpful for us because sometimes, you know, we're not always in office, but we are always around during those time periods. Yeah.
Please, if you have any questions, like Henry mentioned, please be transparent. We're here to help you. If you view this video and you think this opportunity isn't for you yet, please share it with your friends, especially for the first-year students who may be viewing this. We want it to be something that you are all very interested for, so please share this with your friends, any transfer students, international students, whatever it might be. Please try to get your friends involved, and let's hope for another great GSBA year, and we look forward to meeting you guys, whether that's virtually or in person.
Yeah, we're really, really excited about this, you guys. This is an opportunity unlike any other this semester to kind of step forward and be a voice for your class in such a virtual atmosphere. So please, this is an amazing opportunity. This is an amazing organization. Please feel free to reach out with any questions. Thank you guys so much for listening to this video, and we hope to hear and see from you guys by Wednesday, September 16th. All right. Thank you.